Tom was chasing Jerry along a busy pier. Jerry, clever as ever, zipped onto a small, high-tech submarine labeled Deep Sea Explorer. Tom leaped after him, and they tumbled inside just as the hatch closed. The submarine whirred to life and began its automated descent into the deep, blue sea. The chase continued inside the tiny sub. Jerry hid behind control panels while Tom slipped on a wet floor, accidentally pressing a big red button. A small, practice torpedo shot out, zipping around the ocean before hitting a sleepy octopus, who woke up very grumpy. The annoyed octopus, whom they named Oscar, shot a cloud of dark ink at the submarine's window, blinding them completely. The sub drifted helplessly in the dark water, and Tom and Jerry realized their fighting had gotten them into real trouble. A friendly, glowing anglerfish named Luma appeared out of the darkness. She felt sorry for the silly creatures trapped in the metal whale. Using her glowing lure, she gently guided the sub out of the ink cloud, showing them that not all deep-sea creatures were scary. A shadow loomed over them. It was a massive, curious shark. Tom and Jerry froze in fear. But the shark just wanted to play. It nudged the sub with its nose, sending them spinning like a top. They were relieved but very, very dizzy. Luma led them into a beautiful kelp forest. Jerry thought it looked fun and swam out in a tiny diving suit he found. Tom followed, but his larger size got him completely tangled in the long, slimy kelp vines. He looked like a giant, struggling seaweed ball. Jerry saw a giant clam with a beautiful pearl inside. It was the perfect treasure, but as he reached for it, the clam snapped shut, trapping him inside. Tom had to work quickly, using a pointy piece of coral to carefully pry the clam open and free his tiny friend. To thank Tom for saving Jerry, a pod of playful dolphins arrived. They chattered happily and pushed the submarine through the water, giving Tom and Jerry a thrilling, high-speed ride. It was the fastest they had ever moved without chasing each other. The dolphins led them to the ruins of an ancient, sunken city. They explored crumbling columns and old treasure chests. Jerry found a shiny crown that was much too big for him, and Tom found a trident that kept poking him in the back. A warning light flashed on the sub's control panel. Danger, crushing depth. They were too deep. The metal hull began to creak. They needed to get to higher water and fast. Their playful adventure had suddenly become very serious. A nearby underwater volcano began to rumble. Bubbles and hot water shot up from the ocean floor. Tom had to steer the sub carefully through the field of bubbling vents. One wrong move, and they'd be boiled alive or shot up to the surface too quickly. To escape, they needed to work together perfectly. Jerry, being small, climbed into the tight spaces to fix a leaking pipe. Tom, being strong, manned the controls, following Luma's glowing light through the treacherous, smoky water. With a final, powerful rumble, the volcano erupted. Tom pushed the engine to its limit. The sub shot upward, riding a giant bubble of hot water, and burst through the ocean's surface back into the bright sunlight. The sub washed up on a sunny beach, safe and sound. Tom and Jerry stumbled out, exhausted but relieved. They looked at each other, remembering the clam, the shark, and the volcano. Their rivalry felt very small compared to the vast ocean they had just survived. As they walked down the beach towards home, Tom didn't try to chase Jerry. Jerry didn't try to run. For the first time, they just walked together, silently understanding that they were better as a team than as enemies. Back in their house, Tom poured 2 glasses of milk. He slid one over to Jerry. They clinked their glasses together just as the news on TV reported a mysterious, glowing anglerfish spotted near the coast. They looked at each other and smiled. Their next adventure was already calling.